What's up YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at Molten Ragnarok. He is part of the bundle called the Magma Masters. He does come with a backline called the Feather Flames. So without further ado guys, let's get this review started. So Molten Ragnarok. Now he is the counterpart to Ragnarok that we did obtain during season 5 at tier 100. Now the main difference between both outfits is one of them is ice and the other one is fire, and the Molten Ragnarok doesn't really have the selectable styles that are similar to that of Ragnarok himself. Now the skin itself does have a very aggressive look, and then he even does come with an exclusive backline called the Feather Flames, which is actually unique to the character itself. Now the wings themselves, even though they are huge and bulky, you really can't tell. He does tuck them in on his body, so whenever you are ADSing you really are not going to notice them, and whenever you are flying from the battle balls you do see them opening up and just look amazing. So what are my thoughts about him? I think they did an amazing job with him. He does have some features that I do think is better than the original Ragnarok, and the red and black just look really cool, better than the original Ragnarok again. The only thing that Ragnarok does have over Molten Ragnarok is the selectable styles, but he is a nice addition to this game, and if you don't have the original Ragnarok, the Molten Ragnarok is a little bit better than the original. So what's my final rating for Molten Ragnarok? I'm gonna have to give Molten Ragnarok a 9 out of 10. Now the skin itself is a copy from regular Ragnarok, but he does have an exclusive backling. I do think that this is the way to actually do it whenever you are redesigning outfits, since the backline itself is very unique and no one else actually has a backline similar to this. Then you do get a very cool outfit with the Molten Ragnarok with basically the melted magma with the skulls helmet he does have, and the outfit is just amazing. If you're in the fence of actually buying this pack, I would highly suggest you guys buying it just because of the backline themselves, and the outfits are pretty cool as well. So without further ado guys, let's get these combos started. Now for our first combination with Molten Ragnarok, we are going to be pairing him up with the Dying Light. Now the Dying Light is a compact backline that we did obtain back in season 8. The backline itself does have pulses of light coming from the interior of the backline, which actually mimics the magma from the outfit. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Phantasmic Pulse. Now for the Phantasmic Pulse, we are going to be going with the hero's aura, with the primary color being red and the secondary color being orange. Now the reason why I'm picking these colors is because it copies similar to that of the magma effect that the Molten Ragnarok does have. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Saplight. Now again, the Saplight is very useful with this combination just because it does look like little ashes falling from the body. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Lava Wing. Now the Lava Wing itself is just a glider of a dragon that you are riding to the battlefield, which goes perfectly with the Ragnarok outfit. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Magma. Now the Magma wrap itself does have this very cool animation, a magma effect on it, and just fits really well. Then for our next combination with the Molten Ragnarok, we are going to be pairing it up with the Inferno Chain. Now the Inferno Chain is just a ball of fire wrapped up with the chain, which goes very good with the wrist he does have, since it does have spikes and a similar lava effect. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Burning Axe. Now the Burning Axe itself is just a very cool like demon guitar you do have as a harvesting tool, but the main reason why I love it is for that demon look and the fire that it does have on the horns. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the lava. The lava control itself is just a control with lava, which goes perfectly with the Magma Masters. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Astroworld Cyclones. Now the Astroworld Cyclone itself does have the train tracks being covered in flames. It does match really good, especially with the harvesting tool we are using, and then the fire effects just go really well. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Burning Glow. The Burning Glow does have a very cool effect that does get dimmer or brighter as you're shooting your weapon, which goes really well with this combination. Then for our next combination with the Molten Ragnarok, we are going to be pairing it up with the Spectral Spine. Now for the Spectral Spine, it's a no-brainer since you're going to be wanting to use the Curse Scheme of Orange. The design of the spine just goes perfectly with the fire design of the Molten Ragnarok. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Guandao. Now the Guandao is again another harvesting tool that you do have to use a selectable style called the Dragon if you do want it to match really well. The shaft itself with the red and black curse scheme goes perfectly with the armor from the Molten Ragnarok. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Soulfall. Now the Soulfall control does have souls leaving your body, which is very terrifying, very cool, and it matches perfectly with the curse scheme. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Cinder. Again, a chapter 1 glider design. The Cinder itself does match really well with the orangey red curse scheme that the Molten Ragnarok does have. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Skullfire. The Skullfire itself is an aggressive wrap that does have flames very aggressively on the weapon wrap, which goes perfectly with the Molten Ragnarok design. Now for the honorable mention with the Molten Ragnarok, you could pair him up with anything from the Lava series. Anything with black, red, fire, or even black itself is gonna match perfectly with this outfit. Now for the backline, the feather flames. Now we are going to be pairing up the feather flames with Demonos. Now for Demonos, you do want to use the default edit style since he does have a red curve scheme that goes perfectly with the wings. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Demon Skull. Now the Demon Skull itself hasn't really been in the item shop, but it does have that opening on the mouth that does release magma, which goes perfectly with the whole theme. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Soulfall. Now the Soulfall itself matches perfectly with Demonos, especially with the mask he is wearing. It's almost identical to the faces that are left behind. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Ghost Glider. The Ghost Glider itself is a very cool motorcycle that you are using to actually ride into the battlefield, which goes perfectly with the harvesting tool we are using. And for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Heat. The Heat wrap itself does have a matte black finish with the lava incorporated into the wrap itself, which is not very aggressive, it's very subtle, but it matches really well. Then for our next combination with the Feather Flames, we're going to be pairing it up with Ruin. Now Ruin was the secret skin during season 8 of chapter 1. The lava design he does have matches perfectly with the wings and color scheme. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Soulfire Chains. Now the Soulfire Chains is just chains to invoked in flames. It actually matches perfectly with the wings themselves and is just amazing and is one of the best harvesting tools that does incorporate flames in the design. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Saplight. Now again, the Saplight does look like ashes leaving the body, which goes really well with the whole magma design. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Lava Wing. Now the Lava Wing glider itself is just a giant dragon covered in flames, which goes perfectly with Ruin's design. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Skullfire again. Now the Skullfire is just an aggressive wrap which goes perfectly with the wings and the characteristics of Ruin. Then for our last combination with the Feather Flames, we're going to be pairing it up with the Molten Valkyrie. Now the Molten Valkyrie itself is the female counterpart to the Molten Ragnarok, which goes perfectly with the wings. Now the wings themselves match perfectly, especially with the design of the curve scheme and the whole thing. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Ice Scepter. Now the Ice Scepter itself with the red curve scheme does make the spikes themselves into bright red, which goes perfectly with the Molten Valkyrie. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the lava. The lava control in magma just matches perfectly and it was a perfect control with this combination. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the cinder. Now again, you are limited to the gliders you are using with this set, so the cinder just had to do with this combination. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the burning glow. The burning glow does have an effect each time you do shoot the weapon wrap, gets brighter and brighter, and it just matches perfectly with the whole magma theme. Now for the honorable mention with the Feather Flames, we are going to be using anything from the lava series. Anything with red, orange, or black is going to look very good. Now those were the 3 combinations I did get with the Molten Ragnarok and the 3 combinations I did get for his backline, the Feather Flames. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. And if you guys are new to my channel, subscribe. I post videos or fake cosmetic skins every single day. And if you want to support the channel, my code is ENIGMAKIDD, all caps, 2 D's all together. Each time you guys use my code in the item shop or the Epic Game Store, I do get a small percentage of it and it really helps this channel grow. And if you guys have any combo suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And for all my social media and Discord, they'll be in the description. And with that being said guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.